Hi everyone, it's Trucker Ray with a quick update regarding the merchandise I was advertising, the buttons that my daughter was making me. These ones here, the Interstate one and the Trans-Canada one that says Trucker Ray. I apologize that I was not able to send these out to you guys. I just don't have the resources. I don't have the time to do it. And I was talking to my daughter, and she has a little store online she sells her customized buttons. And I said, hey, can you add my buttons to your store? So yes, you will have to purchase the buttons. There's also an option on there where you can have a button custom made. So if you have a loved one, you and your child, your spouse, a good friend, some selfies, and you would like to have them put on buttons, maybe get that at the same time if you want to get these buttons as well. All the proceeds go to my daughter's store. I don't get any proceeds whatsoever. I wish I could offer these right now to you free of charge, but it does cost money to ship them out. And again, this is going towards her little business that she's starting up right now. I will leave a link in the description on this video, and all future videos you will see the link. So if you'd like to check out her store, click onto the link below and perhaps purchase some buttons today and help my daughter's store. And you'll finally get one of these. So thank you so much, and God bless you all again in the name of Yeshua. Bye for now. Good morning, my friends. Good to have you with me. My name is Trucker Ray. Welcome to my channel. It's good to have you here. I drive the highways of Canada. I love to share my travels, and I love to share the gospel of Yeshua. That's right, I'm a Christian truck driver sharing the reality of trucking, and that's what I love to do. So if you're here for the very first time, welcome. It's good to have you here. A little bit of light here might help. And if you've been here before, welcome back, my dear faithful YouTubers. Good to have you here. I want to send a special hello to those who simply cannot get out and enjoy God's beautiful creation. Our lovely, wonderful shut-ins, those that are disabled, or perhaps you're even locked down and you can't go anywhere, or you're in quarantine. I'm sorry to hear about that, but I'm really excited to have you viewing, and I will try to share with you as much beautiful scenery as I can. We are currently right now in Alberta, and our regular route seems to be taking loads to Ontario, and I really love that drive. It's good miles, and it's when you drive through Ontario, there's always something different to see. So on this specific trip, I'm going to try to show you some areas in Ontario that we have not shot before. There's lots to see, so I'm pretty sure I can find something that you haven't seen before if you've never driven through there. So my routine here basically is the same. I'm going to be heading to the yard, and I'm going to pick up an empty trailer, and I got to wait a little bit because the Road King is where I'm going to get it washed out, and I believe they open up at 7 a.m. so it's still pretty early right now. So I'm just going to go down to the yard, and I'm going to double check and make sure the trailer I'm taking, the empty, is in good condition, that there's no flats or nothing on it. I'm going to do a pre-trip before I pre-trip it, if you get my drift. And then from there I'll take it to the Road King here, get it washed out, and fuel it up, fuel everything up, and then head down to High River. A little bit of snow last night, as you can see on the ground here. But that was expected. It wasn't a whole lot, just a little bit to dust everything and make everything a little whiter. But overall, it's the temperatures are about -7, so it's not too bad out here right now. I really don't know what the weather is going to be like for me as I make my way. I think I'm delivering this load on Monday. I think. I'm not sure yet. I have to check my stuff, my paperwork. But yeah, that's kind of what's going on with me this morning. And I know some of you have left comments previously saying, oh, we wish you were driving back in the U.S. again. I really feel this is where the Lord wants me. And I apologize if some of you find it incredibly boring that going the same routes. But you know what? I used to drive BC Alberta every single day for 5 years and recorded that. I think it was 5 years or 4 years or 5 years. I think it was 5 years. Excuse me. But I always found something different to show you. I always tried to make it look interesting. So I know that trucking can be exciting at times and it can be extremely boring. So unfortunately, this is the way it is. But we'll try to make it a little bit more exciting for you. So again, we're going to head here. We're going to go from here and we're going to head down to the yard. And we'll check our trailer out. So let's go. Alright, dear friends, we are in High River at Cargill and we are on our way. We've got our trailer, we've weighed everything, everything looks good, so we're good to go. Yes, we are. Just gonna pull over up here and punch in my address on my GPS and we can get moving. It's a little on the chilly side here, -7. It's easier for you to go than for me to stop and go. Yeah, as soon as you come into this place, he walks up to you with this big ray gun and sticks it in your face to check your temperature. I just find that incredibly invasive. I'm surprised they don't frisk you. I'm sure that's coming next. fuel. We're all ready to go. Oh, it is on the chilly side out there. It's probably about -15 with the wind chill. It doesn't seem that bad, but when it's blowing right against your face, it can be a little cold. A little on the chilly side. But we're all topped up. So, I just learned something today, that I can go from Calgary, I can fill up in Calgary. And the funny thing is, when I was at the Road King yesterday, the satellite pump was just dribbling out. I don't know what it is about these places. The satellite pumps always have so many issues. But I wasn't able to completely fill up my tank. I was able to go maybe to the 3/4 mark, and I was able to go from Calgary to High River to Winnipeg on one tank. So at least I know I can do that now. And that wasn't even completely full tank. So that's kind of nice. morning, everyone. Just reading a little bit of my Bible this morning. I try to make a point to start my day with it. I really recommend that. Some people like to read their Bible at the end of their day, but I really recommend that you read it at the beginning of your day, because it's like having nutrition in the morning. You need that nutrition for your body to get going, and I really believe that if you read the Word in the morning, that is your spiritual food, which you need to protect you throughout the day. And sometimes you just learn little things, like I'm reading right now through Proverbs, and I had to write this one down because this is just so amazing. It's kind of humorous actually too. Proverbs 17:28, just a simple proverb. Even a fool, if he stays silent, is not wise. Even a fool, if he stays silent, is wise. He who keeps his mouth shut can pass for smart. This is the complete Jewish Bible translation. So here we go. Even a fool, even if someone is a complete fool, if he stays silent, nobody knows whether or not he's stupid or smart. He's thought that he's wise. He who keeps his mouth shut can pass for smart. Isn't that amazing? So, even if you don't know a whole lot, just remain quiet if you're in a group of people, because they may think you're a wise person because you haven't said nothing. But then they realize you're not a wise person as soon as you open your mouth and say something foolish. Yeah, that's pretty good. But you know what? The Word of God is amazing. It is alive. It is inspirational and highly recommended. And again, if you don't know where to start reading the Psalms and Proverbs. Read one every day. Or you can just pick a book out of the Bible, like Job, or Isaiah is a kind of a big one, but then there's Ezekiel's a big one. You can read Jonah or Jeremiah. There's so many amazing books in the Bible to read. But I would say the best thing to do is just get on your knees. I mean, you don't have to get on your knees if you have knee issues, but just get into prayer and just tell the Lord, I really want to start reading your Word. I really want to start studying your Word. Where can I start? And just remain silent for a little bit and just sit there and close your eyes and listen for Him. You'd be surprised. You might hear a book pop into your head. And if you hear that, then go read it. Maybe the Lord wants to share something with you. Yeah. Nothing better than the Word of God first thing in the morning. Morning, everyone. Just filling up my airbags on my trailer. We already finished our pre-trip and we're just about ready to get going here. Give the windshield a little bit of a clean here. We are about 2.5 hours away from where we're going to be fueling up and topping up all our tanks, just outside of Ajax. We've been there before. You guys know that place. I don't have a backload yet, but I'm hoping they'll get me a load out of Belleville. I'm delivering in Belleville, so it'd be nice to get a load out of Belleville at that cheese place I normally go to, and we can head back. So that's one of the reasons why I'm filling up just outside of Ajax. So if I have to leave Belleville, if I get loaded up there, I can just head straight out. And then I don't have to detour to get into the Ajax area. But we don't have a load yet, so I don't really know what they're going to do. So hopefully there's a place nearby there where I can stop and park, and well, they might have it set up for me tonight or today. I don't know what they're going to do. The only issue is that because we're 3 hours ahead, by the time I deliver, it's going to be 6 a.m. over there, and I don't know. I may have to find some place to park it just until I find out where I'm going. But they may have it set up for me tonight. I don't know. We'll see what happens. But the drive here has been good. You know what's funny? Can't really show you right now. I really didn't drive through much for bad conditions at all. But if you were to see my truck and trailer, it is filthy. It looks like I went through a blizzard, muddy roads, everything. It's just all the stuff, all the salt, the lime, the de-icer stuff, all the stuff that they put on the roads out here in Ontario. Yeah, my truck is caked with it. It's just caked with white film everywhere. It's kind of funny, actually. And I had a truck wash done when I was in Calgary, and I learned a lesson. Don't get any more truck washes during the winter time. It's just a waste of time. It's a waste of time and money because you just end up getting filthy the next day. So the next time, if I need to clean my truck off, I'm just going to ask them just to do a power wash. They don't need to wash it with a scrub brush or a wash brush or nothing. Just spray it with the power washer. That'll be good enough. Into a little bit of snow here on the 400. Actually, this is the first snow of the year that I've seen out in this area, so I don't know how much they're expecting here or if this is just temporary, but sure, it makes everything a little bit more interesting. It's a good thing it's Sunday today. I mean, it's not causing any kind of a problem on the road at all. At all. Just visibility is a little less now. Yeah, visibility is being hampered just a bit. Just about on the 401. Yeah, they're actually getting some pretty good accumulations here. The snowflakes are getting thicker. Everything's turning white out here. I don't know how much they're expecting out here, but I'm just very grateful that I'm only going to I only got another 2 hours of driving left, maybe 2 hours. Yeah, I think I got 2 hours. I gotta stop, like I said, to get fuel. But I don't have to drive too much in this. But it's pretty, isn't it? It's nice. I like the snow. And the nice thing about this time of the year, if the weather ever gets that bad, just pull over and find a safe place to pull over and wait for it to pass. Wait for it to be safe if you're not comfortable with it. It's that simple. Some people think, oh, they're forced to do it, they have no choice. Yeah, you do have a choice. Your whole objective is to get that load to where you're going in one piece. Your truck in one piece, you in one piece. So, don't ever let a dispatch tell you, oh, you gotta go, I don't care what the weather conditions are like. Just pull over and say, hey, this is a safety issue. I'm pulling over until it's safer to go. And that's it. So I remember when I first started, I had a few dispatchers telling me that I didn't have a choice, I had to keep going, and man, it was not the best advice. I mean, I made it, but I always remembered after that where people said, you don't have to put up with that. Really? Yeah, you don't. Anyway, we are about 21 minutes away from our turnoff, where we can get top up all our fluids, and like I said, we got about maybe a 2-hour drive, maybe, into Belleville, or close to Belleville anyway. What a day out here, huh? I didn't expect this. Well, I don't have a whole lot of fuel. Oh, I need my information. It's always good to have a little notepad, you guys. Just in case you don't get one. So we're gonna do both. We don't need DEF because they don't have it available here. The DEF is available over there, but I don't need it. Yeah, my truck used to be filled with gunk and garbage and slime. This snow is actually giving me a nice washing. This was all covered in white, like film and paste and everything. All my glad hands were full. Yeah, this snow is actually giving me a really nice wash. I was going to do some maintenance on my APU. Guess I still could. I just have to take these 2 bolts off. I'm going to check the oil on it and make sure everything's good on it. It's always good to make sure your APU as well as your truck has got plenty of oil, because this baby here sure comes in handy. I'm just glad I got here on Sunday. That traffic on the collectors and on the 401 and that would have been really nasty if it was Monday morning. Okay, we're just going to move it ahead a bit here. I think I'll get maybe some fisherman friends or something. I always double check to make sure I took the hose off, even though I know I just did. It's not a bad thing to be in the habit of doing that. Always double check your mirrors. Make sure you pull your hoses out before you move. See, it doesn't take much. And then I have to just gently hold that trigger
Even if I can get 15 liters, then I'll be happy, but I don't know if I'm even going to get that much in there. Maybe I will. Make sure you close all your fuel caps. And the reason why I say that is because I've done it myself, where I've driven a couple miles and realized my fuel cap was off. Dear friends, we've made it to our en route location where we are going to be stopping, and the snow has lightened up a little bit, but I got a feeling it's gonna get heavier because there's a lot of trucks, snow plows on the road dropping sand and lime. I've never been to this location before, I don't think. They got an A&W here, of course the Tim Hortons, which is nice. I think they might have limited space here for trucks, so yeah, you show up in a place like this a little bit later, you're very, very fortunate if you get a spot. Let's see, what do we got here? There's a parking spot right here. Whoa. Did you hear that? I kind of slid a little bit there. Okay, I know what I'm gonna do. A little bit further, and I'm gonna park right here. Oh, we are here. Isn't this awesome? Yeah, the parking is very limited at this one, but we made it. And we are 23 minutes away from where we are delivering in the morning, so that's good. So our delivery time is 9 a.m., so we can leave at 8 and get there a little half an hour early and do our delivery. Or I can call them at 8 and ask them. If they say, yeah, come on in right now, then yeah, we'll be set. But yeah, we're here and we made it, friends, and look at that beautiful snow-covered area there. It's very, very pretty when you think about it. As long as you don't get stuck in it. But this is a lovely view. I don't mind looking at this while I rest and relax for that. That might even be a little area where you can walk around, maybe. Or maybe not, I don't know. Yeah, it says pedestrian crossing. I guess you can take a walk through there. That's kind of nice. I might even do that. Stretch my legs and take a little walk. All right, friends. Oh, this is nice. This is so nice. It's actually very romantic. You know, actually, maybe I should walk around the other way.
That way I won't always have the snow in my face because it's coming from this side. Yeah, I guess I'm still a little bit of a kid at heart, but who doesn't love this kind of weather? I can tell by stepping on it, it's good packing snow. Well, don't worry, I'm not going to stop and make a snowman, or I'll get people locking me up. There's another thing I like about the snow, especially when you're in a park or you're driving through a national park. You always look on the side of the shoulders to see if there's any footprints, and you can usually tell where most of the wildlife cross. But I find this one fascinating. We've got some marks here. I wonder what those footprints are for. Went into the bush that way. I wonder if that's, whatever it is, it's got a pretty big paw. What a nice little rest area. I'm just imagining all the leaves on the trees. So if you're here parked with your family, it's a nice little getaway. You got the highway right there, but still, it's a nice little rest area. Wow, this is something right out of a picture book. Beautiful. Yeah, it's very nice. I'm taking this walk right now because I know some of you can't get out. Some of you, again, might be locked down. I was talking to a good friend of mine. He says he knows a sweet lady. I forget what her first name is, but I know her last name is Gaucher. Same last name as me, in Winnipeg. They have the people in the care home literally locked in their rooms. Well, they say it's for their own safety, but they feel like they're in prison. So if you're stuck in a situation like that, this is for you. You know what, when I'm in a situation like this where I see God's beautiful creation and you get to walk around like this, it really does help you to forget about what's really going on in our world for a little while. The evil, it's terrible, really. But you know what? We shouldn't dwell on that, because there's something that we need to remember. We need to remember that God is in complete control of everything, my dear friends. He really is. I know it seems hopeless. Excuse me. Seems very hopeless. But He is in control. Yeah. I know one person that doesn't have a chance to get out very often, and I want to send a shout out to her, and that is to Anne. I guess you could call her, she's kind of like my aunt. She lives out in Langley. And Anne, I know you're probably on the sad side right now because your better half is not with you right now. He's in Denmark, but I'm sure he'll be back soon, and then you guys can be reunited. But I wanted to send a special hello to you. My dear mother tells me that you watch the videos and it boosts your spirits. And I'm glad to hear that. I really am. So Lord, I just pray for Ann right now, that you'll bless her, give her strength, give her peace. I also pray for everyone else that's watching right now, Lord, that who can't get out, who's stuck in their homes. Maybe they're disabled, maybe they're shut in. Again, maybe they're in quarantine, maybe they're locked down. Lord, I pray you give them all strength. Give them all peace to know that the Prince of Peace is coming back soon for his bride. And for those of you that don't know Yeshua, and you don't know whether you're really saved or not, you got to confess your sins to him. Repent of those sins, which means to turn around, do the opposite, and ask Yeshua into your heart, and acknowledge that you acknowledge that he died on the cross, he rose from the dead, he died for your sins, and ask him into your life, into your heart. Ask him to change you and devote the rest of your days to him. That way, that relationship can start, and you know you're going to see eternity, and you're going to spend eternity in heaven. Amen.
Morning. Yep, we're all ready to go. Gonna head over to Vantage Foods. They call it Vantage Foods on my satellite, but it's JBS Foods. I wish they would just have one name. Sure would make life easy for everyone, wouldn't it? Yeah, we got a ton of snow last night, and then it warmed up. They had two bobcats running this parking lot, and they cleaned it right out. Yeah. But boy, a lot of snow came down last night. I was listening to sirens and emergency vehicles flying up and down the I was going to say the I-5, but no, we're far from that, Ray. The 401. Yeah, so I have some positive news. I heard from my dispatch this morning. I didn't expect to hear from them this early, which is sweet. Once I am empty, I'm going to be heading to a place, Parmalat, in Belleville, to get a load. That is awesome. Couldn't ask for anything better than that. Do a delivery there. Now the only thing is can I find a trailer washout anywhere, because I don't think there's one in this area. So I'm really hoping that I find one. I'm going to JBS Foods. It is a meat packing plant. You would think that there would be a place to wash out your trailer nearby. There is a mobile trailer washout. I can't seem to get him to answer his phone. You know what's funny? This place I'm delivering at, JBS, it's down the same road as Parmalat. before. I don't know if, actually, you know what? I'm trying to remember if that place that I'm delivering to is called Parmalat. I know where I'm taking the load will be going to Parmalat in Calgary. I don't know yet, but it's down the same road. How about that for a reload? That is really hilarious. Now, the only negative thing will be how long will it take before my appointment is, right? We are done here. There goes the APU starting up, all the engines running. Gotta love those Carrier APUs. It's not just mine either. My other one, when I worked for another company, did the same thing. It's hilarious. I guess the alternator on the truck isn't good enough. Alright, we're all done here at JBS. I still don't know what's going on regarding my load here, so I'm just gonna go up to this place here where I'm probably going to be loading, and I am just going to just park it on the side of the road until we know what's going on. That's a nice big parking area in there. Oh, I should have just parked right in there. I wonder if they would have gotten mad at me for that. See, right here is where I want to be. So, I wonder if I could just park it in here and just wait. I don't know if they'll let me. Probably not. Well, we're light anyway, so this is where we're going to park. Just for now, till we know what's going on. I also have to check my trailer because I asked the guy, I says, how's it looking there? Is it clean? He goes, oh yeah, it's really clean. I just took a look in there and there's so much pallet wood and everything all over the place. I'm like, okay, if that's clean, I hate to see his house. Oh well, what do you do? Gonna check my APU and made sure there's enough oil, because the last time I brought this thing into Carrier they said it was bone dry. I don't think it was bone dry though, but still it did not have a whole lot of oil in it, so it doesn't give you much warning. When the oil is low, it doesn't give you any warning actually. So because you do a pre-trip and everything on your truck, you should also make sure that you know how to keep your APU unit maintained. And there's really not much to it. I have a piece of Kleenex here. So here's your little dipstick here. Just want to make sure there's enough oil in there. And it doesn't look too bad too. Sometimes these things will be covered in gunk and stuff, but it doesn't look too bad. Hose looks good on it. Got to be careful too. This thing could fire up on me. It's on battery saver right now, or battery saver mode. Yeah, you know, I got lots of oil in here, so that's good. Plenty of oil. That's all I wanted to know, because you don't want this thing shutting down on you at night.
Everything looks good. And that's about it. That's about the only maintenance I can do on it. Everything else looks fine. Yeah, it's always good. Check these things just because you never know. I mean, it could end up being a really cold day and you need your APU and all of a sudden it decides to quit on you because you got no oil. Sometimes they will throw a code and they won't fire back up again. Well, at least that's how it worked with Thermo King. And always make sure you got one of these. Full ratchet set. These are always nice to have. You can pretty well fix anything with this. Allen keys, everything. Any of your local hardware store will have them, or automotive store. Morning. Yes, we're ready to go. Didn't get very far yesterday after picking up a Parmalat. They were, it was pretty late by the time I got going. And I asked them, I said, is there any place around here I can park? And they said, yeah, you can park right across the street over there. They don't mind if you park, as long as you don't park against the building, and be respectful, of course, and don't leave your garbage laying around. So I had a nice place to park for the night, so I was quite happy about that. Yeah, that's the place we loaded up last night. And we have really good weights, so Highway 17 it will be. And I've checked the weather for it. I think we're gonna run into some snow, maybe Thunder Bay, Dryden area. Maybe tomorrow, or we may not get to that snow. That snow might have already passed because I looked at the weather as if I was leaving yesterday. So, but all is good. All is good. Good morning, my dear friends. Yes, we're just leaving White River. This is where I stopped last night. I stopped at the Husky, which I recommend because it's clean in there. They're friendly. They're open all night long. And if there's someone using the bathroom, they go to the bathrooms in the back, which is really, really nice. So if you're coming in, if you're ever making your way through White River and you're looking for a place to park, that Husky is a good spot. Not a lot of parking spots in there, but it's a good place if you can get in there. And there is the Robin's Donuts across the street, but last time I went there, the bathrooms were really bad. And the rest area just before it, near the A&W, it's okay, but there's no bathrooms. So the Husky is the place you want to stop if you're coming through town and you get in early enough to get a parking spot. Weather looks good today, my friends. I looked at the radar. Might even get some sunshine today. Wouldn't that be amazing? I would love that. So looks like I'm going to make it into Headingley today, which is just on the outskirts of Winnipeg. And then we'll figure out where we're going to go from there. But we're doing good timing. I'm going to try to drive some good miles today. Well, I've been doing good miles all along this entire round trip so far. So, and we get 12 more hours back tonight. So, guaranteed to get into Calgary without any problem. Get this load in Calgary by Friday. I'm hoping early Friday. So, yeah, I'm happy with that. All the way from Belleville to Calgary in 3 days and a quarter, 3 and a quarter days. Or 3 and 3/4 days. That's pretty good. Or even 3.5 days. That's good driving. Good driving indeed. Doing it legally too, because we're on electronic logs. So we're doing it legally. You can do things legally out here if you just plan your route accordingly. Plan your stops, etc. Ah, what a beautiful day it is today. The Lord is amazing. He is good. He is good. Good morning, everyone. Yeah, currently right now I'm in Brandon. This is not where I stopped last night. I stopped in a little town at a co-op bar, gas station, Subway, maybe about a half an hour, 45 minutes from here, east of here, but no facilities in the morning, and they don't open things up until 7, so I figured I might as well just get an early start. This way I can come over here and clean up and get my coffee in the morning, and and have an early end of my day. And my early end is really going to be 4 o'clock, 4:26 or 4:30, but that's still pretty good. That'll give me a chance to work on some stuff tonight. I want to get a Bible break recorded, and yeah, this has been a very interesting drive, this whole trip. I've managed to make it back from Belleville all the way to Calgary by the end of this day in 3 days. That's pretty good. Oh, how is that possible? Well, it's about 38 hours, 37 and a half, 38 hours from Belleville to Calgary. And if you do 12 and a half hours a day, you should be able to do it. Should be able to do it. And through the grace of God, I've made it. But, you know, that's weather permitting and everything, that everything works out in your favor. Which it has. So this is pretty awesome. So in the summertime, you definitely know this is very, very, very doable. If somebody ever tries to say, oh, you can't do that in that amount of time, and some people might say, well, what are you governed at? Well, the governed speed in Ontario is 105. So, yeah, you can't do the full speed through Ontario because you're governed at 105. So, you can do it. You can do it. A little bit of four-wheeling here on the nice dirt road. I think they made this little stretch here for the pikes. So guys can park here, the long combination where they can park and get their coffee in the morning. But it's a beautiful morning. There's no snow in the forecast. It's only -1. It's not bad at all. So this is turning into a very, very simple trip. Not a whole lot of excitement along the way, except for the snowfall we had a chance to walk through when we're in Trenton. That was nice, wasn't it? I really enjoyed that. I hope you guys enjoyed me bringing that to you. But like I always say, some trips are more exciting than others, and yeah. But I'm sure we'll have plenty of snow to go through when the time comes. So we still got a whole tank, half a tank of fuel to go. I was gonna stop in Balgony to get fuel, but I don't think I need to stop in Balgony. I'm just gonna maybe make it even. I'm gonna see if I can even get into Redcliffe. Wouldn't that be something? I don't know if I can get into Redcliffe. Moose Jaw for sure, but maybe not Redcliffe. So we will see. We will see. made it into Calgary. Oh, a lot of driving in the last 3 days. I'm still kind of chuckling that I made it from Belleville, Ontario to Calgary in 3 days. That's pretty good driving. So now that I'm looking at my GPS, 6,677 miles in 2 weeks. That is a lot of driving. We did really well. I'm very happy, very satisfied with that. Hopefully that'll be a decent paycheck for the month of December, now that we're drawing to a close of this month. But yeah, looking forward to a couple days off. Very much so. Nice weather coming here. We ran into a little bit of snow here and there, a little bit of wind, but overall, yeah, this was a good drive. It was a good run coming back, and I thank God for that, and I want to thank everyone for viewing, because we're going to wrap things up. You will find a link in the description below that will take you to my daughter's store where she makes her little buttons and doodads. If you want to get a button, a Trucker Ray button, I have 2 of them on there. She has on there for me. I'm sorry, I really honestly do not have the opportunity to mail these out for you guys, because it does cost her money to do these things, and money is tight. So if you really want a button, any of the money that you send in to buy the buttons, the proceeds go to her for making the buttons and to helping her with her little business. I don't make anything from it, so if you want a little keepsake, I invite you to check out her little store. Maybe there's a few other things on there you might like as well. You'll find it in the description below. My dear friends, thank you so much. Those that are kind of stuck at home, the shut-ins, those in lockdown, I just want to say thank you so much for viewing, and I look forward to seeing you guys again. My regular YouTubers, bless you all in the name of Yeshua. Until next time, bye for now.